Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucks are underway.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. Beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
I'm sure a lot of past teammates for Tom Brady in New England get tired of hearing the phrase, what would Tom Brady do if he's surrounded by weapons? but that's exactly what he's got in Tampa Bay. He's got big-time receivers on the perimeter. You add in Rob Gronkowski at tight end. This may be the best-looking offense that he's ever played with. And now the question is, how quickly will he mesh with those new teammates and take command of his new offense?
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now the second down throw on target. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The throw there by Brady intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, but it'll be 2nd down. 2 seconds to go, 1st quarter. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Michael Dixon.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
The Bucs take over 1st down.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35.
Got it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
We dominated
Tyler Lockett, 78 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
third down. Here's Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Being chased out left. He'll run it, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try to run with Carson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So we've reached the And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple.
To Chris Godwin. Out of bounds at the 25-yard
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Roughing the passer defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 2nd down. To throw again, Brady. This is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Myers for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 35 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the victory here for Seattle. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiple.